Oh, hello. Sorry, I didn't see you there. Just doing a little Tex Murphy reading. Man, I love the way Aaron Connors writes this stuff. It's great. Welcome to the Pandora Directive. Let's begin this classic adventure game. One of the best adventure games ever. One of the best games ever. And here we go. Right. All right. Oh, slowly inching up the auxiliary panel. It's an old game. We're running it on DOSBox. Hopefully we won't run into any problems. All right. Game. New. Boo. Yeah. How's the shine on my head? Blinding? Okay. I like it. I'll take it. Okay. Okay. Game time. Boo. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, let's do entertainment level. There's one puzzle that I may want to skip because no matter what I do, I just can't get it right most of the time. Okay, here we go. Yes. The story can move along 3 different paths to a total of 7, 8 actually, combined endings. To play Mission Street, be thoughtful, kind, and choose the high road. Lombard Street, stay neutral and perhaps a little naive. Boulevard of Broken Dreams, be antagonistic and selfish. A tutorial of how to use the Virtual World Engine is available in the help system. To see the tutorial, click on the question mark on the main console and then on the tutorial button on the upper right corner of the help screen. Would you like me to run the tutorial? Yes, you should always run that. Thank you, Caboose.
You know, I'm turning 30 tomorrow. Did you know that?
Well, happy birthday. You know, I was just thinking you don't look a day over 25.
Liar. I don't know. I've just been feeling very stuck lately. You know, I cannot remember the last time I was surprised by anything. Can you?
The last time I was surprised was by you. Well, you know what I mean. I'm just surprised that we're able to stay good friends.
I've been thinking about moving. Maybe Phoenix. I've got an old college friend that lives down there, and she says it's nice. I think the change would do me good. What do you think?
Yeah, I think you'll love it down there, 'cause there's square dancing and 10-gallon hats and armadillo hunting.
And macho yokels with names like Tex.
Okay, that's yours.
So tell me, what do you think? You think I should go or not?
Well, you know, Arizona may seem like a much more exciting place than San Francisco, but it's dangerous down there. At least around here, you got your friends checking out for you.
It's dangerous everywhere. I mean, especially here. I mean, did you hear about that co-ed? Someone murdered her in her own bedroom.
I didn't hear about that. Who killed her?
Well, the newspaper said it might be a serial killer. They gave him some kind of crazy name. I don't know. I can't remember what they called him.
Well, doesn't that stuff scare you? I mean, I'm a tough guy, and it scares me.
I appreciate your concern, Tex, but I have been fine on my own for a long time.
Say something, Tex.
Looks like the rain's letting up. I'm going home.
Got a big date?
Oh, yeah. Cary Grant and a pint of Haagen-Dazs. Hold me down. See you later.
What a schmuck.
What?
Chelsea was giving you opportunities all evening and you blew every one of them. The son PI you are. Well, you wouldn't know a clue if it walked up and punched you in the face.
Listen, all I know is, every time I try and ask her out, she turns me down.
It's from the distinguished gentleman in the corner.
You bought me a drink?
He bought you a bourbon.
Oh, good evening, good evening. Gordon Fitzpatrick is my name. Please sit down, sir. You know, I am not in the habit of eavesdropping, but I do believe I heard someone say that you were a private detective.
That's right. I'm a licensed private investigator.
Oh, delightful. It's a pleasure indeed to meet you, and your name?
Murphy. Tex Murphy.
Tex Murphy. Well. This is fine. Now, listen, let me ask you this, Mr. Tex Murphy. Have you in your work ever had the occasion to seek for a missing person?
Sure. I can do that.
Well, then perhaps we could do some business.
I think we can work something out. My office is just around the corner, the Ritz Hotel.
Why don't we go there?
Tex, bring strange men back to your house.
I like your office. Oh, yes, the ambiance is very authentic. Reminds me of those, those old detective stories that I used to watch when I was a kid. I'm sure that at any moment, Sam Spade is going to come marching through that door, but then who needs Sam Spade when I've got Tex Murphy standing in front of me? Did you always want to be a private eye?
As far back as I can remember. Would you have a seat, Mr.
Thank you.
Fitzpatrick? Yeah? While all the other kids were logged on to Sesame Street Interactive, I was reading Hammett and Chandler.
It must be quite an exciting life.
Oh, it's got its moments. Don't get me wrong, it's not like the movies. It sure as hell doesn't pay very well. But it suits me. So what can I do for you, Mr. Fitzpatrick?
Well, I'm trying to find an old acquaintance of mine, Thomas Malloy, Dr. Thomas Malloy. The last official address for him that I have is the Ritz Hotel. Now, do you happen to know him?
Can't say that I do.
Well, it's very important that I find him. You know, let me give you a little background. For many years, I was a research scientist, and I worked alongside Dr. Malloy. But about 20 years ago, maybe, I guess something like that, our paths diverged, and I lost touch with him, and he with me. And then very recently, I saw a photograph of him in a local newspaper. Now, it's a strange thing how time is such a natural equalizer. Makes us appreciate the faces from one's past. At any rate, the older gentleman in that photograph is Dr. Malloy. And I contacted the newspaper to find out where the photograph had been taken. It was at the San Francisco Technical University. Well, I hiked right out there, got to the campus, and decided to look the man up and surprise him. Even with that photograph, no one recognized him, no one knew his name. But then I received a strange phone call by a young woman named Sandra. The man I knew as Thomas Malloy, she knew as Tyson Matthews. She seemed quite uncomfortable talking on the vid phone, so I suggested we meet. She never showed up for that appointment.
You never heard from her again?
You know, it's strange. But this simple, whimsical wish of mine to get together with my old friend has materialized into, I don't know, I feel a sense of impending doom. I fear for the young woman, and I fear for my friend, Dr. Malloy.
It sounds interesting. I think I can look into this for you.
Thank you. Now, you'll have to refresh my memory. How much is your fee? How does it work?
I charge $500 a day.
Of course.
Plus expenses.
Naturally. There, that should be enough to get you started. And here somewhere, there you go. I could be reached at that number.
I'll be in touch.
I feel we're off to a good start.
All right, Mr. Fitzpatrick. This is the first cash I've had in months. $4,000. I owe Louis $200, and Rook says I owe him $300. But there should be plenty left over. Yes, sir. Things are definitely looking up. Fitzpatrick didn't give me much to go on. Just the newspaper photo of Malloy and the fact that Malloy stayed here at the Ritz. Then there's that girl Fitzpatrick referred to, Sandra. Maybe I can track her down. First, I need to find out which apartment Malloy was staying in, and then get into it. That means I gotta deal with Nilo, my landlord. It's the second week of April, and I'm a little late on my February rent payment.
Yeah. All right, intro done. Game begins. So much fun. Oh. All right. Experience has told me that mouse movements can be a little tricky unless you've tweaked a few things. Let's just check on that. Preferences. Hints on. Captioning off. Do you want captions, everybody? We'll put captions on. Speed, slow. Alright, should be good. Mouse sensitivity, low. Let's try medium walking speed, actually. Rendering quality, high. Interactive mode, nah, fine, good. Change color. Ooh, I like that. No, I like that a little less, but still good. I like that a lot. Green. Green is my favorite color. We'll go green. Okay. Whoop. Back to the horse. Okay. Is it just me, or are things a little quiet? Shouldn't there be music playing? Okay. Boom, boom. It's up that by 10. Jaunty little tune. Okay, well, let's just get on with it then.
Amazingly enough, this space-age cabinet came folded into a packet the size of a Triscuit.
Okay. Oh.
So Fitzpatrick's staying at the Savoy. Guess I can call him on my vid phone if I need to talk with him.
Sure.
My trusty electronic shop credit card. The only way to go when you're out of cash.
Hey, hello, John Agar, star of such classic films as The Mole People. Old Fitzpatrick was carrying around some old school Jacksons.
I'll pick up these clothes next time I'm expecting someone else in my bedroom. Yeah, fat chance of that.
Nope, just me, Tex. I'm the only one in your bedroom besides you. Oof. Whoop. Certificate of Appreciation to Tex Murphy for his outstanding investigative talents and tremendous efforts on behalf of the mutants. Mutants? Mutants. We wish to extend this token of our deepest appreciation. Deepest artificial heartfelt thanks. That was artificial? Oop, it's curving a bit. Artificial heartfelt thanks. Okay. From the League of Mutants, $10,000.
This is the certificate and a copy of the check the Mutant League gave me after my last case. I used the cash to expand my office, buy some furniture, and pay off my debts. That left me with $4.12.
For that Tex Murphy adventure, see my previous play of Under a Killing Moon. More clothes?
I'll pick up these clothes next time I'm expecting someone else in my bedroom.
Yeah. Whoop.
Indoor plumbing is one of the many luxuries I try not to take for granted.
As should we all.
This is where I shave my face once a month, come rain or shine. That's the way back to my office.
We just came from there.
I'll pick up these.
Yeah. Okay. Hello, horsey. Or zebra. Are zebras horses? Zebras are horses, right?
My parents found this in the attic and sent it to me. I remember the pastoral days of my early youth, riding on my trusty Mount Striper, chasing bank robbers and horse thieves. And all that came to an end one summer afternoon during an electrical storm. The lightning struck a transformer near our home, creating a tremendous power surge.
Ah!
It was after the accident that my brothers and sisters started calling me Tex. Whenever I asked them, they'd just laugh and wink at each other. I never did find out about that nickname.
Ah, music. All right. Blocking some of the subtitles, so we'll move me a little further this way. There. So, you don't know how you got your nickname, huh?
It's my own little attempt at creative horticulture. Space Girl Doris. With your own form-fitting airsuit and come-hither smile, I still dream of you and a lunar landing.
Oh, Texas.
The downy fresh hub of my swinging bachelor pad.
Uh-huh.
These are designer lights, as if there were any doubt.
Quite.
Amazingly, I made this horse out of a single coat hanger. This is some sort of cool thing.
Mexican stoplight candy?
I'm currently reading The Maltese Fruitcake. Family's been passing it around for years.
Ah, a delicious reading experience.
I won this athletic supporter trophy in high school. I was the best third-string punter in the state. I think that's a ceramic dog. It's a small miniature camel.
Uh-huh.
The nightstands add a pleasant symmetry to my bedroom ensemble.
I would say so. Yes, indeed.
The guy who sold me this hormonotron said it would make women obsolete in my life, but I can't get it to work.
That's, too bad. Yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure either. Looks like something designed by Masamune Shiro. That's the guy who created Ghost in the Shell.
This door connects to my rec room.
Ooh, well, let's wreck it.
It's another beautiful night in the city I love.
Ah.
I call this painting Bleak Landscape.
Oh. Suddenly we're facing behind us. Another ceramic dog?
This is just a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, there we go, got it.
This painting epitomizes my view of women as a gender.
Right. I think it's a seascape, but I'm not sure.
This photo was taken at the last family reunion I attended. Has it really been 18 years?
18 years, huh?
No matter how many lights I have in a room, there's always space for another lamp.
What a interesting looking lamp, too.
This is a big photo of two horses. Why I have it and why it's actually hanging on my wall, I have no idea.
Much like everything else you've got that we've seen so far. Ah, one of my favorite images ever.
It's one of my favorites. Bear in a trench coat.
Why is it holding it open like that, Tex? Why? Is there a companion painting from the front? I don't think I want to see that.
A reproduction of Fish and Fruit by the mutant surrealistic Saul Dooley.
Alright.
This barbell would provide a great workout if it weren't so darn heavy.
Yes, Tex. Yes, that's... of course.
Most of these computer components were purchased at a yard sale. The only one I've been able to get running is the little laptop on the shelf in front of the chair.
You mean... this one?
That's the only computer in the office that works. Most of these
Same thing.
I cut this article about Mac Malden out of the newspaper. Gives me a good chuckle.
What up, Mac?
I cut this thing out of the paper a few days ago. I've known Mac Malden for years. We've worked together on several cases, but I don't know if we're actually friends. We just help each other out occasionally.
You are associates, I think I would say. Associates. Policeman of the Month.
My favorite vase.
Vase.
I'm gonna start using this thing just as soon as I get in shape.
That's what we all say.
This is my special storage table.
You're putting it to good use, I see. Storing a lot of dust on top of it.
This door leads back to my boudoir.
Your boudoir. I love that. Your boudoir. Well, back to the office.
That's the way back to my office.
It's changed a bit since last time. Ooh, guitar.
I got this from my grandpa, Audie Murphy. It was signed by Richie Havens. Grandpa said he was the original singing detective. The watercolor plate is a lovely reminder of my favorite high school art class.
Your favorite high school art class? How many art classes did you take?
These Gumby figures took third place in my 7th grade sculpting class.
I sculpted a hadrosaur once in art class.
This is an anatomically correct carving of my first pet, Barky. This wooden duck represents my ongoing commitment to wildlife preservation.
Quack, 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 quack.
A collection of my favorite poetry books. Someday, I'm gonna read every single one of them.
Ahem. Yeah.
That's my prize collection of tribbles.
It looks like they're multiplying nicely.
I haven't played my phonograph since it destroyed the A side on my Bill Shatner Sings the Blues LP.
Bill Shatner. William James T. Kirk Shatner.
This painting always reminds me of something. I'm not sure what.
I'm gonna guess a beach at sunset. Or almost sunset.
Taco Bob. It's got the most stylish placemats in town. The guy who sold me this said it just might be an unsigned Picasso. It better be, because I paid $30.
You overpaid.
Couple more cases and I'll have this thing paid for. Then I'll start paying off my student loans.
The University of Investigation of Utah. Okay. Boop. Too low. Up. Up. Correspondence School of Private Investigation.
Took me forever to get this diploma. I had to send in 100 proofs of purchase from True Detective.
Uh-huh.
The scanner brings back some truly fond memories. Wonder how Trixie's doing. I picked this book up at Rook's for $0.25. It's worth every penny. Rusty the Clown's Fun Book. The only pop-up book in existence with a must-be 18 years or older sticker.
Uh-huh.
I've had this jackknife ever since my Weeblos days.
Ooh. Yoink.
My knife used to have all the cool attachments. Now everything's busted off except the pliers and the standard screwdriver head. Eat the rich dog food. A little gamey, but not bad for the price.
Hey, anything with meatballs is good by me.
This hot plate will come in handy if I eat anything other than saltines and dog food again.
Sounds great, Tex. Really.
This picture was taken of my ex-wife on her 25th birthday. Yeah, she was gorgeous. Makes me wonder sometimes why we couldn't make it work.
Probably because she was a literal dragon.
Guilty as heck. The gripping saga of Lance Knight, the soft-boiled PI. One of these days, I'm gonna realize my dream of opening a spelunking shop in the Utah desert.
Dream high, Tex.
That's a New York Times bestseller, Men Are Imbeciles, Women Are Erratic. My mom sent this to help me with my love life. I've read the first chapter and I think the author's a hermaphrodite.
I'm sure he'd use a different term if this game came out today.
Ritual virility is a guide to scoring with women. Step number 1, get rich.
It always helps.
I borrowed this magazine on my last trip to the dentist. I've always been crazy for the Miracle Nails model. And my trusty lamp.
Lamp.
With all that these chairs have gone through, I feel like I could write a testimonial to the makers of Scotchgard. I really need to find some stuff to put in here. These drawers are the holding area for stuff that's about to be tossed out in the trash.
I've got a couple of those.
I really need to find... Took me 3 days of hard work to empty this drawer out. Took me 3... I really need... Another bill from the electronics shop. I can't believe they expect me to pay for the junk they sell.
This notice is to inform you this account is delinquent and must be paid immediately. If payment is not received within 3 hours of this notice, it will be sent to the Body Parts Collection Agency for immediate action. Final notice. Electronics supplies purchase over 90 days. $1,230. Tex. It's not that hard to pay off a credit card most of the time.
That's my Jane Mansfield coloring book and the Inspector Poirot mask I used last Halloween.
Oh.
My new vid phone is essential to my business. Thank goodness it's easy to operate.
Yeah. Only person to call? Oh, Gordon. He's probably not even there yet. Even if he was, we don't have anything for him, so...
Chandler Avenue recently got a city-funded cleanup. Now the street's darn near clean enough to eat off.
Not that you should, even if it was completely clean enough to eat off.
This office was a dance studio before I moved in.
And you know how to dance, so it worked out pretty good for you. Boop.
This is a breathtaking view of Saturn from the imaginary planet Alpha 19.
Ooh. Pretty. And this one?
This alien landscape reminds me of the old Star Trek episode where they get that distress call, then Captain Kirk meets that beautiful woman, then he and Spock barely escape, then Kirk makes that funny joke right at the end.
I think I've seen that one. You mean like literally every Star Trek episode ever? Shut up.
The credenza's not that attractive, but it sure beats the unsightly stain hiding underneath.
Ugh.
I had the vestibule added back when I had some cash. I think it adds a touch of class to the place.
Yeah, sure. Blech. That. Whoa. Okay.
This baby's brand new. I had to replace the old one after the, incident. Lord, what a horrible memory.
If it was bad for you, think how bad it was for the guy whose head ended up in there.
This is my official front door. It leads to the fire escape.
Makes perfect sense.
Nothing kills these plants, and I ought to know.
Well, let's go.
I should probably stop by the newsstand and see if Chelsea's upset with me about last night. I've been trying to get her to go out with me for years now, and just when I think I might be getting somewhere, I stick my big foot in my mouth. Well, now I got some money, and maybe she'll give me another chance to let me take her out to dinner.
Hi, Tex.
Hey, I'm sorry about last night.
Is that so? Why?
Playing hard to get, huh? Okay, I'll play your little game.
I'm not in the mood, Tex. You know, this is not a game to me. I have a lot of big decisions to make, and maybe I need to get away to make them.
Hey, everybody needs some space sometimes. Go if you have to, but I'll be waiting when you get back.
Thanks, Tex. I'll keep that in mind. So what's up?
Well, I got a bunch of cash, but I've got nothing to do with it. I figured I'd go out to dinner tonight, but I hate to eat alone. Are you interested?
What, like a date?
Ah, choices, so many choices. But we're hanging for the best ending, and I know how to get there.
No, it'd be more like two friends having a great meal and maybe some stimulating conversation.
I guess that'd be okay. I mean, yeah, that'd be all right. You know, Tex, I haven't really been myself lately, and I really appreciate you looking out for me.
Hey, this is gonna be my pleasure. So what are you in the mood for? You know, I heard Weenie World put tater tots on the menu.
I've got a better idea. Why don't you let me make you dinner at my place? It's cheaper than going out. And besides, I have something I'd like to talk to you about. Let's say 8 o'clock?
Well, you talked me into it, Miss Bando.
Well, I feel so spoiled.
By the way, what should I bring, red or white?
You better bring both.
Finally. After years of relentless pursuit, Chelsea's inviting me over to her apartment for dinner. Oh man, the possibilities are making me woozy. Okay, snap out of it, Murphy, and let's get back to work here. Maybe I should head over to the Ritz and see if Nilo's at the front desk. I'm sure he'll be happy to see me.
Hold it right there, you sneaking piece of slop.
Play it cool, man. Real cool.
Calm down, Nilo. I'm not going anywhere.
Damn straight you ain't. Where's my money? You owe me 3 months back rent, pukehead. Come strolling in here like some kind of sunbeam from heaven. Cough it up.
There. Oh, it's been stuck in my lungs for hours. Oh, you want actual money? Okay. Fine. $3 months. Oh, if only 3 months' rent was only $500.
Ah, that's more like it.
That was over half our money. Half our money! Oh.
Well, now that we're all square, can you take a look at a photo for me?
No comprendi. Yeah. That's better, amigo.
Yeah.
Recognize the man in this photo?
Yeah, I seen him before.
What can you tell me about him?
He used to stay here. Gone now.
Which room did he stay in?
Hey,
What name did he use when he signed in?
Matthews. Tyson Matthews.
Okay. Well, thanks for the help.
Oh, the pleasure was all mine. P-Brain.
This guy just gets on my nerves.
Never heard of him. I ain't familiar with that name. Nope. We only stayed here a couple of weeks. Paid up front for 2 months. But he's too late to get a refund. What are you asking about me for? Want to ask me out on a date?
No thanks. I'd rather hug a porcupine in one arm and a cactus in the other.
Ah, nicest guy on the street. Me and him, we talk the same language.
Don't you? Well, kinda. Different dialects, though.
I'd like to wipe the smile off that fat guy's face. But he ain't a bad cook.
Louis ain't a bad cook. Wipe the smile off. Why do some people...
I got a few things I'd like to teach that Chelsea. If you know what I mean.
Oh, now you've made me mad. Now you've made me mad, Nilo. Now you've made me mad. Now you've made me mad. I'm gonna punch you in the eye. No. Sure you can. Jerk. Seriously, hate that guy.
ever...
Yeah.
Look, as long as you pay the rent, I don't care if you're the Queen of freaking England.
Apartment A is through the door by Nilo's desk and up the stairs. Nilo's had a hard time keeping tenants, so Malloy was probably the last person to stay in the room. Hopefully I'll find a lead once I get inside. The vid phone's busted, but Nilo won't put an out-of-order sign on it. That'd just cut into his profits. This mail drop box adds a nostalgic touch to the lobby. I wouldn't sit on this sofa wearing anything less than a contamination suit. This piece of notebook paper looks like it's been used for a coaster. It looks like Nilo's in for a busy and productive day.
Ugh.
The lamps are just for decoration. Nilo has a real flair. These paintings are simple, elegant, and tasteful. They must have come with the hotel when Nilo bought it.
How did Nilo manage to buy the hotel anyway? Ooh, snacks.
Nilo hasn't had this vending machine stocked since I moved in. It probably cost money. Sheesh. This sandwich is about as fresh as Nilo's undershirt.
Ugh. Probably fresher.
Nilo uses this lamp when he looks at his special magazines.
Yes, well.
The only thing in that storage closet is dust.
Well, if you're ever in need.
This door leads to the upstairs apartments. These boxes are full of Nilo's girly magazines. If you ever caught me checking them out, I'd be out on the street.
Yeah.
Nilo says there's a naked woman hidden somewhere in this painting. But I think Nilo could find a naked woman hidden somewhere on a nickel.
Hey!
So, this is where Malloy stayed. The beginning of the trail. What a scumbag. Nilo knew I couldn't get into the apartment without the code. Now he'll probably want to charge me a few $100 for it. At this rate, I'm gonna be broke again in a hurry.
Ugh.
Well, the hallways are surprisingly well lit. Nilo must like to give his female tenants a fighting chance.
Oh.
Having been through a frigid winter in the Ritz, I happen to know that this radiator is nothing more than a piece of industrial art.
Cool. But that brings up a question I've wondered about for a while. Why study industrial arts?
A gentleman of the old school like myself would never enter the Forbidden Zone.
Unless you had to prove that you're not living in a simulation where everything is recreated that you've actually been in or known.
I'd run naked through a nuclear reactor core before I'd set foot in there. I don't make a policy of getting to know my neighbors. The Ritz is the kind of place where people stay when they don't want to be found.
Yeah. Plant.
Plants are an important component to almost any decor. This door leads to the lobby. I only use it when I'm caught up on my rent.
Well, good thing then. Ah,
I'm not really sure what this painting means, but it's probably obscene.
probably.
Nilo uses this. This is where most of the residents come to get their mail. I have mine delivered right to my office so Nilo doesn't get a chance to spill on it. Nilo is undisputed proof that man evolved from apes.
Don't insult the apes, Tex.
What do you want? I'm busy here.
There's something I forgot to ask you. I figure I've paid you enough already, so you owe me.
Well, you figured wrong. You're off by about $500.
No way, Jose.
Come on, Nilo. You've cleaned me out already. I haven't even got enough money left to buy food.
Oh, boo-hoo. Here, let me give you some back. Ah, you didn't say the magic word. What a sap. So, what do you want to know? How to spot a sucker a mile away? Sucker a mile away, I like that.
Okay, that one was pretty good. Still, I'm about to get up there and punch you again.
Nilo looks around like he's about to sell some government secret and then lets me take a peek in his special notebook. The code is 4827.
4827. That's amazing. I've got the same combination on my luggage.
This door leads.
Oh. Enter! Let's go!